What's going on? It's Sean. We're back at it again, and in today's video I'm going to give you the one thing that you need in order to lose fat or gain muscle. So if you're ready, let's go.
Nerf this!
So if you're finding my channel for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you won't miss a thing, and give this video a big thumbs up. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it. So I'm not going to waste your time. The one thing that you need in order to either lose or gain weight is a caloric deficit or a caloric surplus. So it's calories in versus calories out. Now obviously there's some nuances to it where if you wanted to do a lean bulk or slightly increase the amount of muscle without gaining much fat, or do a smaller cut where you're getting more muscle definition, losing more body fat, but you're retaining that muscle mass. Now, I'll save those for another video, but the one thing you're going to need is to figure out your calories in versus your calories out, and either be in a deficit to lose weight or in a surplus to gain weight. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further into other tools that you can use in order to do this later on in this video, so keep on watching, but right now, I got to hit the gym, so let's go.
Primary, I am on my way to New Orleans to
Woo! So gains acquired. Obviously, if you're going to build muscle or lose fat, other than being in a caloric deficit or a caloric surplus, the thing that's going to accelerate that is doing some sort of weight training or exercise. Obviously, if you want to build muscle, you're going to have to do some sort of weight training or resistance training to keep challenging those muscles to progressively overload them, which basically means increasing the difficulty of an exercise over time. So for example, if you're trying to build muscle and you start by benching 135 pounds, each week, each couple of weeks, you want to increase that weight, increase the number of reps or repetitions of a certain exercise that you do, or total number of sets. Now again, the only thing that's going to differentiate you losing or gaining mass is going to be that caloric surplus or caloric deficit. So right now I'm going to go back home. I'm going to have some lunch slash breakfast brunch with Lily. See you there.
I'm being brought along with a crew.
So Lily hooked it up with the chocolate chip pancakes, eggs, and the sausage. Alright, so the brunch was delicious. Lily always hooking it up, chefing it up, making everything as usual. I'm going to discuss a couple of tools you can use to either accelerate your fat loss or your muscle gain, and really that is just kind of manipulating your caloric deficit or your caloric surplus. Now, the biggest tool that I like to use when I'm in a cut or when I'm in a caloric deficit is intermittent fasting. Basically what that is just waiting to break your fast later in the day. So if you go to bed at, let's say 10, you wake up at 7. Typically you'll wake up, you'll have breakfast, break fast, and you'll continue on your day eating. What intermittent fasting does is just delays that break in your fast for longer. It shortens that feeding window. So let's say you wait until noon as opposed to having something at 7. That just shortens the amount of time of how many calories you can intake in a certain amount of time. So if you're only going to eat between noon and 6 o'clock, you have a 6-hour eating window before it closes. Now I'm not doing a great job of explaining all the benefits and features of intermittent fasting, but it is a tool that you can use, and I'll make a separate video on it if you want. If you want me to make another video specifically on intermittent fasting, because I've been doing it for a long time now, leave me a comment down below. But basically, if you shorten the amount of time that you can eat, it's going to be harder to consume a surplus of calories in that window. For example, when I'm deep into my fast, when I'm deep into like a cutting phase, I will either do like a 4-hour window or even possibly one meal a day. Like I will go through the whole day pretty much without eating. I'll have one meal. So basically it looks like this. I go to sleep, let's just say at 10 o'clock. I will probably wait until 2, 3, 4, sometimes even 5, and only have that one meal, meaning dinner, before the night's over. Typically, what I've been doing lately on a cut, and even though I've been on a bulk, I'm on the tail end of a bulk right now, thank God. I'm just so sick of overeating. So what I do in a cut is I'll go to work, finish up my day. I'll have something light for the pre-workout, so that'll be around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then I'll have, you know, a post-workout meal, possibly dinner or a snack later, and that's it. And I don't consume a surplus of calories. I stay in that deficit, and it's a lot easier because it's easy to eat 3,000 calories throughout an entire day, right? But it's super hard to eat 3,000 calories when you only have 4 hours to do it. I mean, if you're eating a 3,000 calorie meal, it's either going to be trash food like fast food and processed stuff, or you're going to be eating a ton of high quality foods. So intermittent fasting is something you can use on a cut to make it easier to stay out of a surplus. And obviously I recommend using an app like MyFitnessPal to track your calories, because you need to know what you're putting into your body and what the calories are to stay on track to meet your goals. And if you're not tracking, you're just guessing, and it's not going to give you an accurate measurement of what you should be having, what you are having, and it's going to be harder to track, you know, which way you're trending results wise. So I hope all that makes sense. So intermittent fasting is one of those tools you can use. Now, alternatively, if you're in a bulk, obviously it's a lot easier if you don't intermittent fast like I haven't been doing. I'll still wait until 9, 10, maybe sometimes 12, because there are, again, other benefits to fasting longer that, again, I'll save for another video if you want. But basically, I'll break my fast a lot earlier. Like, I'll get up, I'll have breakfast, I'll have lunch, and then I'll have a pre-workout meal, because it's going to be easier for me to stay in that surplus, or to get into that surplus throughout the day, as opposed to having, you know, one meal where I have to eat 2,800 calories or whatever the surplus is for me or for you. So again, intermittent fasting is just one of those tools that you can use to lose weight. Don't intermittent fast if you want to bulk. One easy thing you can do to bulk quicker or make it easier to bulk is liquid calories, because that's not going to make you feel satiated. It's not going to make you feel full. So if you're having like a gainer shake, like, you know, putting oatmeal and peanut butter and bananas and strawberries and protein powder in a shake as opposed to just water and protein powder, I mean, if you can consume more liquid calories in a healthy way, I'm not saying go have a chocolate milkshake from Wendy's or McDonald's or wherever, but if you have like a healthy gainer shake like the one I just described, then that's going to make it easier for you to get into that surplus. But before I wrap this video up, I just want to say I'm not a doctor, I'm not a personal trainer, but I have been working out for a very long time, and I did once weigh, you know, close to 300 pounds. So I mean, I know a little bit. I know what it takes to get these types of results and to get in good shape. And I do have guidance. You know, I use Tim as a coach. I'm going to leave his info in the description box below. So if you want a legitimate personal trainer who's going to, you know, hold you accountable and track your progress and, you know, really get you to where you want to be fitness-wise, Tim's your man. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to edit this video. It's Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm going to go watch that. I don't really care who wins, to be honest with you. I'm still up in the air, because, you know what, it's never the same because the Patriots aren't, you know what I mean? So hopefully, I'm just hoping for a good game. That's what I'm hoping for. Home inside close, comes down to the wire. That would be cool. But anyways, thank you so much for watching again. My name is Sean, and each and every video I do try to make you the best version of you. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, share it with a friend. I'll check you next time. Signing off.